Kia ora guys, my name is Ridehunter and I thought I'd give you guys a quick overview of this weekend's games we've got coming up in the DBEsports ANZ Qualifiers. We are down to 4 teams left in the competition. Again, the big dance tomorrow evening, the final. We've got the lower bracket final tonight, being Saturday night first, so it's 7 PM AEST, or AEDT, sorry. DTT are taking on A4P. The winner of that goes into the lower bracket final. If you've never seen any of the teams in this tournament before, if you want to tune in but you're not quite sure what the teams are and all that kind of stuff, then allow me to maybe help you out for these coming up games. DTT, of course, they've been together for a while. Their new roster iteration, this is kind of their first big tournament after the ROG Masters. They've looked strong. The only reason they're coming through the lower bracket is they got beaten by tournament favourites Big and Black to be put down there. Since then, they've had a relatively convincing time in the tournament. Again, they've only dropped 2 games in the tournament. To 2 different teams, and they actually, interestingly enough, when A4P got beaten by DTT, A4P did take them to a game 3. So typical, you'll see from DTT, you'll see Meepo. They love Meepo. Pick them first. They'll literally. If they ban out Sand King and Sven, then they're going to pick their Meepo. They've done that more than once. You think, oh, you see that, you just ban it out. No, they don't care. They've done it before. They will continue to do it. That's the kind of style they like to run, very highly individually skilled players. But that being said, they haven't looked super good. They've looked a bit shaky in some games. And A4P, very talented squad. I think they're probably the 3rd best in the competition. So if they bow out in the 4th position, maybe slightly unlucky, but definitely could take DTT to a game 3. Whether or not they win that game 3 remains to be said. I don't know. I think DTT are probably strong enough, but if A4P have a good counter to the Meepo, they can certainly knock DTT over. So that game, again, best of 3, starting at 7 PM AEST. Of course, you can catch all these games at twitch.tv/DBEsports. There is a game after that tonight. That is the 5th and 6th playoff, because teams 1 through 5 do get part of the prize pool. So this game, both teams, Slap and Dumia, are out of the big dance. No opportunity for that championship run to win. But they are playing off for some prize money. So if they can get themselves into 5th place, Slap M, of course, they got beaten by DTT rather convincingly to be put into this position. Slightly unlucky that they did have to go up against them, but probably a fair result. Into me, it was an epic base race against A4P. Very unlucky not to win that game. They come in as hot favourites into this series. I would certainly favour them in the best of 3, probably 2-0. I think Indomie, A4P, no offence to Brain DDoS, who I think have got in an easy part of the draw. I'll touch on them in a second. But I think A4P, Indomie, DTT, and Big and Black are kind of in a zone of their own, if you will. Whereas the rest of the teams, I think any of those 4 teams can maybe take games off each other. But other than that, good luck. So Indomie, I reckon, are going to take that one 2-0. Again, that starts at 10 PM AEDT, or we just get it underway as soon as that DTT A4P game finishes. So, moving on to tomorrow, starting at 3 PM AEDT. So the winner of DTT and A4P play Brain DDoS in the lower bracket final. I would heavily favour either DTT or A4P for this. Brain DDoS, like I said earlier, I think they've had a slightly easier bracket. They haven't had to play any of these big 4 teams. They haven't been up against DTT, A4P, Indomie, or Big and Black yet. After they won through to the main stage, I'm just looking at their games now. They beat Fingering 2-0, and they beat Slap M 2-1. So they got slaughtered by Big and Black. I would expect either DTT or A4P to win that game and go through to the final regardless. That Brain DDoS squad, there's always something interesting coming out from them. From memory, they love their Tide Hunter. They pick Tide every game. So if you're watching for Brain DDoS, just don't even worry about it. Just don't even worry about Tide. Just take it out of the pool. It's probably easier. And then the big dance is happening tomorrow. Not quite sure the exact time. I think it might be 6 PM AEDT or 7 PM rather. As long as you check, as long as you stay tuned into Dodoru Kai Studios, the Facebook page, or the joindota.com match ticker. They will have the finalised times there. So Big and Black, of course, they won through. It was Tuesday night now. It was a long time ago that they beat Slap M to go into the finals, but they are there now. The Brain DDoS they beat to go through to the finals. They are there now, and they are probably looking like the best team of the competition. All round, very strong team. We've seen them on a bunch of different roles. Miggles Z has played their space creating mids just absolutely superbly all tournament, and while he's doing that, the rest of his team are finding farm and getting kills. So Big and Black will play just about anything in the book. They can play it really well. They like running ODs and voids, but so does everyone in this meta, so that's like whatever. I would definitely imagine that Big and Black will take the series. I would predict that it would be DTT, Big and Black as the final. That was my thoughts probably from the start of the main event stage. It would be those two teams in the final, but Big and Black have looked in a league of their own. It is a best of 5 though, saying that, so again, you take a couple of quick games off them if you're whoever they come up against, and you never know, things could get crazy from there. So that's kind of what's happening over the next 2 days. The finals, the big dance for the DBEsports ANZ Qualifiers. 4 teams left in the running: DTT, A4P, Brain DDoS, and Big and Black. My prediction is Big and Black come out, but the only way to be sure about that is to tune into all the games. They start at, like I said, 7 PM AEDT tonight at twitch.tv/DBEsports. And then, of course, tomorrow from 3 PM in the afternoon, that's the lower bracket final, followed by the winners bracket at the same Twitch address. So I've been Ridehunter for Kai Studios. If you enjoy the production when you start watching, feel free to like us over at facebook.com/Kai Studios to keep up with everything that's going on. And of course, huge thanks to the National Academy of Technology. You can find them at academyoftech.com.au. They've fronted up all the prize pool. So if you've got any friends who are interested in game design, web design, app design, all that kind of good stuff, check out academyoftech.com.au. Thank you guys for watching, and like I said, I hope to see you tonight in stream for DTT taking on A4P.